Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to you all. I trust you're all doing very good today. So we have 3 minutes to start. Okay. So let's patiently wait and then we can start with the session. So whilst we are waiting, you can tell us how you are feeling today in the comment section. Yes, you can tell us how you are feeling today. Um, yeah. So let's see. Okay. Let me try and then mute everyone. But please, I'm going to mute everyone, but make sure that you are muted, okay? Make sure you're muted. So 2 minutes, then we can start with the session. 2 minutes and then we can start. Let me do this quickly. Okay. You are all welcome to today's info session. My name is Aminatu Musa, and I will be the moderator for today's info session. Welcome all. So please, if you are able to see the chat, kindly say hi to me in the chat so that I know that I'm here with people, not with ghosts. Then we can continue with the session. Trying to, hi Gildas. Hello. Hi to you too. Hi. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Samuel. Hello to all of you. Hi. Hello, Emmanuel again. And Kofi. Hi, Kofi. Okay. So, we are 1 minute already into the time, and we have 23 people that have joined us for the meeting. Okay, nice one. I think for now we can all talk. I've been able to unmute all of us here. All right. So you are all welcome once again to today's info session. It is Aminatu Musa, and I'm going to be the moderator for the session, and I have my assistant with me here. So pardon me if you see my assistant with me. So we're going to go straight. Okay, please do well to mute yourself when you join. Hi, Henry. Thank you very much, Henry. Please do well to mute yourself when you join us. Thank you. Okay, so my people are also here with me. All right, nice. Hi, Cyril. I see you now. I thought you ran out. Okay. So we are going to start immediately. It's 2 minutes into time, and we don't want to wait for late comers. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's get into today's business. So for our agenda for today, we'll be looking at welcome and introduction, which I think I did very good at it. Then we'll also look at the growth projects and generation. We'll look at the AWS Cloud Intensive course structure. We'll also look at the benefits and expectations. If you have any questions that you want to ask, if you need any clarifications from us, Q&A, then we'll have our closing remarks. We'll end the session. So again, if you are now joining us, welcome again to our info session. You are all welcome. And I have here with me my colleagues. I have Cyril, I have Esther with me here. I have Faith Mutua. I have Maria Magdala. And I also have our director, Maureen, here with me. Hi to you all. And you are all welcome. Again, you would see them in due time. You would see them, or they are going to talk to you about what the training is about, what it entails, the details of what we'll be doing here. All right. Okay. So let's get into business. So for our first agenda, I think I've done that. We are going to move to the next on agenda. That's the Grow Projects and Generation. So for our Grow Projects and Generation, we'll have Faith Mutra to talk to us about what is generation, what is Azubi Africa, and what is the Grow Project. So hi Faith, are you here with us?
Yes, please. I'm around. Hi,
Great.
Aminatu. Thank you very
Hi.
much. Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Welcome again to this session. I'll just do a brief introduction of who Azubi Africa is. I'm with Azubi Africa, yeah, and I just talk briefly about generation as well. So here at Azubi Africa, we are a tech training organization, and our mission is to close the opportunity gap for professionals in Africa. And we do this by equipping learners with in-demand skills in tech, and also supporting and connecting them to career opportunities. Currently, we are leading the AWS Cloud Intensive course under the Grow project in partnership with Generation. And this is where we are helping learners, equipping them with in-demand cloud engineering skills, and also supporting them through upskilling and connecting them in with career opportunities. And we are doing this through leveraging our track record. We've been able so far to, in general, to train more than 4,000 African learners, and out of these learners we have also been able to place more than 1,300 into careers, or rather into jobs across tech, cross tech, the tech space in data analytics and also cloud engineering. And this has also translated into our learners, that go into jobs, being able to retain their jobs within the first 3 months after the program. The job retention rate has been
just in case.
80,
Okay, then it's fine.
83%. 85%. Sorry. Yes, and 60% retention has been also achieved here over after the first 1 month of 1 year after the program. 65% also of our learners that get into employment are actually in permanent roles as we speak, and this is something that we pride ourselves in. Moving on to Generation, who is our current partner in this project. Generation is a global non-profit organization, and their focus is to transform education into employment. And they are in 16 countries globally, and they've been able to support more than around 68,000 graduates. And with that, they have been able to maintain job placement rate of 81%, which can already see is a good thing. And so, in partnership with Mastercard Foundation, Generation has launched, or they launched the GROW project, which is the Ghana Remote and Online Work Project. It is a 2.5 years or 2.5 years initiative that aims to train 2,000 learners in Ghana, or rather 2,000 young Ghanaians by 2026, and ensure a placement rate of 80%. So out of the 2,000, at least 1,600 learners be placed in digital and remote jobs by end of 2026. The program focuses on cloud computing. We have data analytics. There is also digital marketing and customer support. And as we speak, in past partnership with Generation, we are now doing the fourth cohort at Azubi Africa. In the first 3 cohorts that we've done, we have been able to train more than 200 learners, and some of them are already in employment as we speak. And so overall, the GROW project is generally represents, a model that has a high impact, and this is coming to Ghana is definitely going to help and support the youth, in global scale, to be able to get equipped with the right skills that they need in this digital age, and also be able to transition into career opportunities. So I think this would be it from my side, and welcome again, everyone. Back to you, Aminatu.
Thank you very much, Faith. So as you can see, or you've heard from Faith, there are lots of actions that you are seeing here. Yes, we are the action organizations. So I'll not talk much. From here, would have Esther come in and talk to us about what the cloud training is all about, and the AI. She's going to talk about everything that you have to know. So Esther, please, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah. All right, thank you, Aminatu, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Esther Awudu, and I'm a trainer here with Azubi Africa. So we just heard from my good colleague Faith Mutua on the Generation Program, and this is something that we are in collaboration with as Azubi Africa. And as a training partner, we are going to provide you with training in cloud engineering. Now, cloud engineering is something that is relevant because a lot of digital and almost everything digital now runs on the cloud, on platforms like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure as well. More companies are leaning towards not buying expensive servers and rather renting computing power on demand, which is essentially what cloud computing is about. This allows companies to set up applications that can scale to millions of users instantly, and teams are also able to build, deploy, and update systems faster than ever. Cloud is helping more people by enabling speed, scalability, and innovation, which almost every modern business needs to compete. And this is not just on a global scale. Scaling down to Ghana, we have seen more growth in fintech, e-commerce, startups, and digital services. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, Hubtel wasn't as big as it was currently, and Sano wasn't as big as it is currently, and Ubuntu wasn't as big as it is currently. We are seeing a very rapid digital growth within the Ghanaian space. And taking this in mind, as cloud is also providing more benefits for companies by removing the need for digital physical data centers, expensive hardware, and large upfront investments, this opens up a gap a job opportunity gap, not only within Ghana, but also globally, as cloud skills are more in high demand and are also very remote friendly. So through cloud engineering, upskilling yourself in cloud engineering, you have opened up the opportunity for yourself to be able to work for international companies and globally competitive income, and even build freelance or consulting careers. So within the cloud engineering space, you could become a cloud engineer, a cloud consultant, a support engineer, a cloud solutions architect, or even a freelance cloud consultant. So as Azubi Africa, as a training partner for the Grow program, we are going to provide you with these skills in cloud engineering. So how are we going to deliver this to you? It's going to be a very tight schedule. We do not call this the AWS Cloud Intensive Program for no reason. This is what your average day is going to look like, starting at 8 a.m. and ending at 5 p.m. And as you can see, for each and every hour, there's an activity available for you. For this program, we are using the project-based learning approach. This means that you're not just going to be learning theories, but you will be putting your hands into the cloud. You're actually going to get more practical skills. So average, you'll be meeting, can we kindly go back to the slide? Yes. So once you get onboarded, you will have access to the timetable, so you can also adjust your schedule appropriately. But on average, you'll be having career sessions. Then you'll also be speaking on that very briefly. You will have 2 career sessions, which are made available to you to ensure that you also have the opportunity and the skills to put yourself out there and get those jobs. And then we also have the technical sessions, which are going to be instructor-led. There's going to be a blend of instructor-led sessions, group lab sessions, and then also asynchronous sessions will give you material and assignments that you are obliged to complete before a set period of time. So once again, you'll have access to this timetable once you are onboarded onto the program. Taking the schedule aside, we also have our program structure. Our program is structured into 2 phases. Phase 1, which is dedicated to building your foundations, taking into consideration that not everyone here is coming from a tech background. We realize that setting up your foundation well is what's going to help you succeed in your future roles. So we pay attention to your foundations, building up a good phase. Once this is completed, we are going to take you through the foundations of Linux, networking and security in the cloud, and also basic AWS cloud services. Now, once you are done with these foundations, we take you through your first project, your capstone as a project, to round up the first phase. Once you complete this successfully and you also pass, yes, you need to perform well before you actually move on to the next phase. Once you complete this successfully, you move on to the second phase of the program, which is focused on the associate level. So whatever you learned on in the foundation, we build on that and give you the actual cloud skills that you are going to need to perform in your future roles. So we are taking you through Terraform, containerization, AI, and machine learning, which is a new feature for everyone here who's going to be in the 4th cohort, and also advanced AWS cloud service concepts. Now, we also wrap this up with another capstone. So you are leaving with 2 capstone projects as a testament to your skills. Okay, so if there are any questions, I would entreat you to leave them in the chat and we'll go over to the career side of things.
Thank you very much, Esther. So Gani would talk about the career sessions. Gani, please, are you able to speak at the moment?
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you, but please, can you hear Gani? You give a thumbs up.
Sorry,
Let's know. Okay,
all
yes,
right.
yes.
All right. Thank you, Madam Aminatu. And Also, thank you to Esther for the introduction. Yeah, you are all welcome. This is going to be exciting. Oh, my camera. Sorry. Okay. All right, good. So basically, we want to have a look into what the career readiness is all about. For that of the technical side, we are able to understand all the needs, why we need those aspects. And when it comes to also the career sessions, we take notice that as a trainee, or for you coming into the program, there is the need for you to also have other skills or the soft skills needed. All right. And with this, your technical trainings are not just the technical training alone are not enough. You also need career readiness to successfully transition into jobs. And with our career services, we have the services provided, which are basically with the coaching and mentorship. This is the one-on-one coaching and mentorship. This is going to be a personalized guidance to help you define your cloud career path. So someone will choose to say, oh, I want to find a career path in cloud computing as a cloud engineer, or as a cloud solution architect, or as a writer, technical writer in cloud field, depending on whatever your career path you want to choose, right? So it also that of the CV and LinkedIn support. This help you to learn how to present your skills and project professionally to employers, how to be able to put yourself in a good position. So these are what we are going to guide you through. The job search training is going to be able to help you to understand how to apply strategically, not just put your application or your CV for jobs, right? And waiting for 1,000 years without even hearing the feedback from the employers. We are also going to take you through the interview preparation, which is basically to build your confidence to explain how your cloud knowledge and projects clearly, all right, applies to the role you are applying for, and how to position yourself for that. There's that exposure for industry knowledge, where we also undertake sessions and let me say side sessions, where we help you to get engagement with professionals, people who are already in the space, and also possibly recruiters as well, to expand your knowledge and your opportunities gap. Uh, you notice we have the session being divided into two phases as well. Right, we have it divided into two phases as well. We have that of the foundation, same as the associate, and this applies in the sense that with the foundation, we want to make sure we let you get a ground bedding for your soft skills, basically getting to know yourself, or doing that rediscovery of your own self, getting to understand how best you can be able to find your feet, right? So it helps you to focus on self-discovery and core skills, basically. So once you get to understand, oh, who you are, what works for you, then it's easy to tell yourself, okay, with the cloud computing skills, I think I can be a good fit for this, right? And also it also helps you to learn how to position yourself in the tech or the freelance space. Basically, we will be having that opportunity for those who would like to say, okay, I want, instead of being within the employability space, I prefer to be a freelancer. So we have those opportunity for both uh both, or let me say all learners going to be in the training. All right, that is going to be with the phase two, which is the associate. This aspect basically help you, right, develop your job search, application, and negotiation skills. This aspect, you'll be able to know how to communicate properly when it comes to the interviews, or also for those who are going to be within a freelance, some of you have to negotiate on how much your service, your service which you are going to render or should be, how to price things, right, and how to have those conversations. So basically, these two phases prepare you to transit directly into what, of employment. So this is what we'll be engaging you with. Madam Aminatu, are we good?
Thank you very much, Kenny. So we've heard from the technical team. We've also heard from the careers team, and we don't just leave you there. We also ensure that you're engaged with the employer engagement, so that you get opportunities to apply to when it comes to jobs. So in this note, I'm going to invite Cyril. Yes, please. I would. If you have a question, kindly wait I'll get to you, but don't put your hand down, okay? Yes, I'll get back to you. Sorry about that. Bye. I hope I mentioned your name right though. Again, we'll come back to you on that. Please don't put your hand down. Thank you. So Cyril will come in and then give us more details about that. Hi, Cyril.
Hello, Aminatu. How's it going? And how's everybody doing this afternoon? So as has been previously, been informative basically from the other speakers, you've learned a lot about how you'll be building your skills. But now importantly, we have to talk about how we actually get you hired. And that's where we come in as the employer engagement team. Our goal is pretty simple. Our goal is to make sure that you are not navigating your job search alone. So we've provided you the skills, both technical and soft, and now you have the right tools, the right guidance and access to real opportunities throughout this process. Once you're done with your core training, you move to a placement sprint. As you can see on the screen, this will typically run for 12 to 20 weeks. And this is exactly where we'll be putting the shift and the focus onto the job search mode. So with the provided structure and support, you should have the necessary tools, as I've mentioned, to ensure that we see some success in terms of job placements at the end of the day. So on our end, we are continuously working with partner companies to secure direct employer requests. We all know how pretty tough the job market can be. So once you have direct access to the employers, these are not just random listings where you just apply and you know that, a lot of the times your resume is not even reviewed or it's not even, you're not even considered or you're not going to be heard from. But with these direct roles, the companies are actively looking for talents like you, and they are doing so through us. Alongside that, you will also have access to additional job postings and tools like our AI job board and career coach. So this will help you apply to jobs more strategically. Guided by these AI programs, you should be able to navigate the job application process with the help that otherwise you may not have had. Now, one of the most important parts of our journey is also your talent advisor. So this is someone who will work with you one-on-one and help you tackle individual challenges. They'll guide you through structured placement plan so that you stay competitive in the job market, helping you with CV revisions, and any advice, even going as far as interview prep to ensure that you are in the right state of mind and also have the right skills to go into any job you apply for so you remain competitive. We also run live application sessions so that you're not just applying, alone in the middle of the night, wondering whether this is the right button you're pressing or this is the right step you're taking. We'll do that together collaboratively as a unit. And obviously, to keep things organized, you also have an application tracker. Once you complete the program, you will also join our alumni community. This is where you can learn from others who have also successfully made the transition. It's a very broad network of individuals, like-minded individuals like you, who will be seeking to, who have gone through the program, actively looking for roles in the job market, or have also already secured roles in the job market. And in this community, this is also an opportunity for us to share roles that we are directly seeking candidates for with our connections in the job market. And of course, you also have access to our Hi Azubi AI assistant, your AI career coach who is going to support you with resources, guidance, and job matching along the way. So overall, we try to make our processes very hands-on. You'll be in touch with human beings as well as AI-assisted tools who give you the insights, will open the doors for you, will guide you, and make sure that you're moving forward consistently. So now you've gone through, the program structure as it comes to this engaging with the employee engagement team. We're then going to hear from an alumni who is going to give us a breakdown, I believe, of their experience on the program.
Okay, hi, Cyril. I think she dropped off. I don't know. She was with us. but I think I'll reach out to her, but we can move to the next slides whilst she rejoins with us. So one person had his hand up. I don't know if he's still with us. Oh, the person dropped off too. When he comes back, I noticed the name, so we'll move on from her. She'll be joining soon. She's having some network issues, so she'll be joining. Okay, before we do that, Richard has his hand up, so we'll tackle Richard's question and then we can continue from there. Hi, Richard.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go on.
So am I audible?
Yes, you are. We can hear you, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank my the instructors for enlightening us so far. My question is real quick. Uh, if if I have been if let's say I've had this session previously. I've had a session with Azubi Africa, completed everything, and now I want to enroll in this. Is it possible? My reason is one, um, because of the AI specifically, AI attached to this service. Because I did the 18 weeks intensive one with Azubi Africa a couple of months ago last year, and because of the AI, I want to join this. Is it possible for me to join?
Okay, thank you very much for this question, Richard. So Esther would help us answer this question. Hi, Esther, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here, but I think this will be a better question for recruitment.
For recruitment. Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Esther. Maria, please can you come in and help us with the question from
Yes, yes, of
Richard?
course. Of course. Hi, Richard, and hi, everyone. So, just to clarify, were you in the same kind of partnership in the Crow Coalition program for cloud computing for the 18th week training?
Yes, I was in Gen 1.
Okay, okay. So in this case, unfortunately, you cannot repeat again and apply to another cohort of the same program. However, we are constantly trying to secure new partnerships and launch new programs. So please keep an eye on the website. And if you see any similar program, but with other partners, you can feel free and apply to that one. But for this one, it's not just you're not going to be eligible to apply again, since you already took part of one of the cohorts.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria. So the first person that raised his hand, I think is back. So by Samba, yes. So I'll take the question
Yes,
from him and then we'll move on. I'll please those that still have their hands up should keep it up. Okay, I'll still come back to you. So please ask your question.
okay, all right. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes, we
actually,
can hear you.
yes, currently I am doing the AWS Cloud Practitioner on Udemy online. Okay, so I want to know how can this course, help me?
Okay, so you're currently taking a course with Udemy and it's AWS, so you want to know how can this course help you. All right, thank you
Yeah.
very much for this. Esther, please come.
All right. Thank you so much for your question. And I think it's really great that you've already started out your journey with the CCP certification. So this program is currently modeled around the Certified Solutions Architect certification. So in addition to what you have already as a foundation, we are going to be providing you with instructor-led sessions and also multiple hands-on activities that will add onto your portfolio and help you look better for the job market. So not only are we providing you with extra hands-on experience, but you are also going to be taken through this journey by instructors as well, who have over 5 years of experience and have trained over 1,000 people.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Esther. Thank you, Baitu. Please, the rest of you should still keep your hands up. We'll get back to you with your questions. But for now, we are going to move on to our alumni, Joanne Elom Avonu. Hi, Joanne. Say hi to us. Let's see your face, if it's possible.
Hi, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, but can you match your voice a bit for us?
Hello.
Yes, this is great. Hi.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm very excited to be here this afternoon. Pardon my network has been unstable, but I'm really praying that it will be stable so that we can have this short moment.
And we lost you.
And
okay. I don't know
am
if
I
it's
back,
for me,
please?
but yes, you're back now. Could you
I think
start?
it's for me.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So hello everyone.
I think what's best, let's go off video. Just off the video. At least so that we can hear your voice. We have a glimpse of your face. Thank you. The network is not so great at your end. Oh, John's network. Okay, Joanne's network seems to be, I don't know, it seems to be in a rush. Yes, so while she's fixing her network, okay, let's see if we can get to the next ones, the next slides while she comes back, and then we can, okay. So Cyril, you can still come in and we can continue so that when she comes back.
Okay, is it better now? Okay.
Oh, she's back and she's
Hello.
back. Hi,
just
you're
trying.
back. Finally. Please speak. We can hear you. I was hearing, but you've muted yourself though. Okay. Yeah, I understand, Cyril. Oh, it's unfortunate. Wow. Wow. That's unfortunate. But Joanne, could you please join with your phone so that at least I think maybe it will be better. Kindly join with your phone and let's see if that works. Then you can come in. Thank you. So for now, we'll move on to Cyril again so that Joanne can come in later. Thank you, Joanne. Hi, Cyril.
Hello again. Yeah, it would have been really lovely to hear from our alumni because a lot of what I'm going to speak to, I'm sure she would have been able to touch on in some regard. However, we'll jump straight into it. And as you see on your screen, it's pretty clear what the message we're trying to convey. Basically, like I've mentioned, us as the employer engagement unit, we offer you certain benefits, but those benefits do not come with, expectations. You've seen how we support you. but we also expect some level of commitment from you, because indeed we believe this is a two-way street. We're working together to achieve success in the job market for you guys. So first of all, we expect a strong commitment to learning. So we know that this is an intensive program, has been communicated, and consistency is key if you want to actually successfully transition to this field. Second, a real commitment to the job application process. We know for a fact that job searching takes persistence and is not always one click and done. Obviously, there are also outliers where somebody applies for one role and then they secure it almost instantly, if you want to call it that. But more often than not, it requires some level of persistence and dedication. We'll build out a plan for you, or with you, I should say, but you will still need to actively follow through yourselves. And also, very, very importantly, you are accountable for your results. The thing is, we'll fully support you 100%. We'll be behind you as a unit and as an organization. But the effort has to come primarily from you. We expect active participation. That means that, showing up to workshops, application sessions, and all other activities designed to help you succeed. Attendance alone is easy to, especially on online platforms, is easy to attend and then, go quiet or mute and put the phone somewhere or the PC somewhere, but not actively participate. And that would definitely not improve your odds. Now, I've spoken about what we expect from you. On our side, this is what you can expect from us. We are committed to delivering high quality training and support, and making sure that you build both the technical and professional skills that is needed in today's job market. You also get career services and mentorship, as has been spoken about, helping you strengthen your applications, personalize your CVs, and prepare for interviews that and navigates the entire job application process confidently. Of course, we also provide employment support activities and resources, including job opportunities, as I've mentioned before, employer connections, and also structured placement support. Finally, like I mentioned, previous slide, please. Finally, like I mentioned, yes, everything we do is guided by accountability principles. So this just means that we create an environment for you where everyone understands their role and works consistently towards the shared goal, which is getting you employed. We're going to do our very best in that regard, but accountability from your side is also very important. And one final but also very important reminder: this program is fully funded. So the biggest investment here is really your time, energy, and your consistency. As there's no financial commitment from you, all we expect from you is the investment of that persistence, of that energy towards the job application process. To wrap up, the space is designed to give you the skills and the positioning you will need to enter a very, very competitive space. We know what it is with the tech boom over the last couple of years, especially these days. And now, as you continue to progress into cloud and AI, which is increasingly competitive these days, you will need the skills and positioning to do so. But every activity.
Hello.
Hi, please, if you have a question, kindly mute yourself. We'll get back to you, okay? Thank you.
Very eager participant. But every activity that you should know that every activity that we go through is very intentional. So we are not just being busybodies, if you will. Every activity is geared towards helping you actually land a role. And this will also depend on your level in terms of seniority, experience, and also how much effort you put in. Again, accountability. We like to reiterate this particular point because we believe it's a two-way street. For us as an organization, especially as the employee engagement unit, we'll be putting a lot of effort, and our efforts should not outmatch yours. Yours are also very, very important, and even the primary effort and consistency needed to reach success. If you attend your sessions, if you complete your task, and if you stay consistent, your chances of success increase like tremendously. And it's not magic, but it is very effective. That's exactly how we approach it. At the end of the day, your career is in your hands, but just know that you've got the full support system here to back you. We'll be guiding you, we'll be supporting you, and we'll have our doors open, but you have actually got to make the effort to walk through those doors. Thank you very much. And I think at this time, we'll be happy to take some questions.
Yes, but before the questions, Juan is back.
Yes, Aminat,
Like,
I'm back. Can you hear
oh,
me?
great.
I've changed the network. Hopefully this will work.
Yeah, I think it is working.
Great. All right. So I believe by now everyone knows my name, especially because of the way I was dropping off and on. So by now everyone has heard my name. Currently, I work as a Scrum Master with Bosonate Ghana. But that's just by the way. The actual thing today is that last year by this time, or before this time, I was like you, and I'm talking to the prospective learners on the call. I was like you last year by this time, trying to see if I could get in, trying to see if it will really be worth it. And I can assure you that it was really worth it. So just to share my experience, I started so I did computer science in school, but then I started my career not in programming or networking or cybersecurity. I started in tech sales, selling software and hardware. Exciting, rewarding. But then what we were selling at that time was a lot of hardware, and that was the time everyone was moving to cloud. So I got interested in cloud. I wasn't sure what the path would be for me. A few years down the line, I got very interested in project management as well, and I was still not sure how to merge the two. And then life happened. I got married, I had a child, and then I took a career break. So I was home for a few months. Uh, More than the usual. So that was the season I saw this ad and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me also attempt it. And I did. And in fact, the the application process, I found it quite rigorous. I almost gave up because I didn't have the time to do all the things, but I pushed myself. And also I spoke to a friend who had done the data analytics program with Generation Ghana, and she really encouraged me and I pushed on and I received that congratulatory message that I was part of the program. And then we had our orientation session and the dream was over. I was wide awake, not knowing if I'll be able to do well with the intensity of the program. My time, we called it intensity chale because it was really intensive. Guys, the instructors are very poised, keen, very interested in making this work, and you will do yourself good by being poised, keen, interested, ready to show up and make it work as well because you are the most beneficiary. I'm telling you, where I sit today, I couldn't be here without this training. I I I won't even it won't I don't know how much to say it for you to understand, but whatever I'm telling you right now, I mean it and it is the truth that without this, you're not seeing my role as a cloud engineer or a DevOps engineer, but I'm telling you what I do right now. If I didn't have this program as a foundation, I couldn't even have landed that opportunity, let alone be able to work with the team I work with right now, because I work with very technical people at the moment. So uh, Esther already spoke about the technical tuition and also Professor Ganiyu spoke about the career sessions. Please prepare for very, very great doses of knowledge, of technical skills, soft skills, everything you need to be job ready. If you think your 4-year uni was really intensive, please shelve it because you are here to see real intensity. And I will just want to encourage you that give it your all, because if you do, it is rewarding. If you also lackadaisical about it, you don't put in the effort, you will be done with the program. And just like they say, let the school go through you and don't just go through the school. If you just go through the program and you don't let the program go through you, a few months from now, you wouldn't be happy with yourself because you would have wasted your time, you would have wasted resources, you would have been very ungrateful to the sponsors of this program, the organizers and the trainers, and yourself. You will be very unfair to yourself. What are some of the benefits I received from this program? First of all, the technical skills, it's top notch, and I really want to emphasize that the instructors here, they know what they are doing. You are in the right place. And I'm seeing my cohort colleague Efia. She was one of the smartest students in my cohort, and I'm not surprised to see her being an instructor today. And I can assure you that, guys, if you give your best to this program, you will be happy. And one thing I can assure you is you have access to um, real world tools like the AWS Skill Builder. You have access to a sandbox. Unless the program has changed, those are some of the technical tools we had access to be able to practice. But more importantly, you want to, beyond the classroom work, beyond the instructor-led work, you really want to put a lot of effort into this. If you can't do it alone, or you feel like I'm coming from a non-technical background, I read linguistics, but I'm interested in tech, please, you are still in the right place. You are still in the right place. You just need to find a friend in class. The instructors will do a lot to help, but you need to find a friend in class who is already in the space, who is doing something that is related to. Don't be shy, please. If you need help, don't be shy. You want to reach out, create study groups. I had to create a study group, and I'm proud to say that if you was in my study group, and we made it a point. I was a nursing mother. I had a 6 month old at the time we started our training, breastfeeding full time, and now starting solids. But I had to make the time and make this work for myself because I wasn't even sure whether I would end as a cloud engineer or whatever. But I knew that if I add this to my stack, if I add this to my skills, if I add this to my portfolio, it will really put me in a great pedestal for me to be visible enough to be identified by the people who are given the right opportunities in the industry. The career service meetings, please don't miss it. You think you have soft skills, please wait for Professor Ganiyu, wait for Irene, wait for everybody who is coming to blow your mind. You will learn so much, and I can promise you that you will enjoy it. It will stretch you. That's one. If it didn't stretch you, then even babies could do it, but it will stretch you. So prepare to wake up early, prepare to study, prepare to do late night studies. It's for your own good and for the people whose lives are dependent on yours. Guys, you've got this. That is all I want to tell you. And I really want to reiterate the peer learning again. Please partner with your friend. There are some people who are in this program, they are already in the space. They will come and be modest. You will think they don't know anything. When you identify them, please disturb them and make time. If you don't do the hands-on thing, you won't have the experience. You will have cloud solutions architect, da 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 da. But if we say you should do something, you won't be able to prove yourself. I remember the first time we hosted a website on AWS. Guys, it was a joy because most of us, even though we came from tech backgrounds, we hadn't really worked in technical roles in industry. So it was a great experience. One other thing I want to add as an advantage for you right now is that network. Please, this place is a space where many people are coming from many places with a lot of experience, with different skills that you don't have yet. Network, you work in groups, even though you work individually on some projects, but you work in groups. One of my very memorable times was my time during our first capstone project. The team I had, and I'm so proud to say Ifya was part of that team. We 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 shared our roles, and everybody was available to deliver. In fact, even when we started up our project, it was going well, and then something broke. We had to stay up the whole night and get the work running before the presentation. And our instructors really praised us. And we knew that we put in the work. So please network as much as possible when you are giving teamwork. Don't just say, oh, one person will do it and they will write all of us our names on it. Please contribute. You have something to bring to this table. That is why you are here. So please don't shy away. If you make a mistake, you will be corrected. Don't be shy to make mistakes. You will make mistakes, guys. You will be corrected, and then you will learn and become better people in the space. So all I want to tell you right now, I hope what I've shared is able to help you put your strong foot into this program. And one thing also is you will have you do employability readiness, or those who want to do freelance, you will be helped in various ways. Please bring your CVs. The career service coaches, they will chase you. Bring your CVs. They will be optimized for you. By the time you are writing your exams, you know that you've got this. Even if it is not I am not in a cloud engineering role, but I can confidently say that if it wasn't for this program, I know this is a repetition, but I mean it. If it wasn't for this program, I couldn't have landed the job I am doing right now. So please show up. Show up. Don't come today, tomorrow you are not there. I have this, I have, please, no excuses. You are doing this for yourself and for those whose lives are dependent on your success. Guys, the instructors, they will be so available to the point that you will think, in fact, what is in need for Promise? What is in need for William? William had to do dawn classes for us. He was in Kenya and we are here, but he went above and beyond just for us to be able to pass these exams, and we are forever grateful. I will not deceive you. So please, your effort is required. This thing, it will be intensive, but it is just 18 weeks, 5 months. You will be 5 months from now, you will be excited. You will be excited like I am. You can hear excitement in my voice because I am glad I took this step, because it's opened a lot of opportunities for me aside from even the role I am in right now. One thing I also want to encourage you with is, please, those who are not on LinkedIn yet, get on LinkedIn. If you are there and the last time you posted was 2020, please go back and revamp your LinkedIn. Professor Ganeyu will take you through that session, but please start working on it before the session even happens. My final words are show up. Show up so much. Show up, like show up. That is it. And be visible in class. Answer questions. Even if if you don't know any answer to all the questions that are being asked, ask a question. One of the people who asked so much questions in our course was Ifya. Please show up, ask questions, answer questions, answer. If you know much, elaborate. Somebody will learn from you, and I can assure you that you will be impacted and you will be empowered to be great tech leaders not many months from now. Thank you so much. Thank you, organizers, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much,
I
Juan.
think now I
Thank
can
you.
show my face. The network is better.
Yes. So guys,
Yeah.
see her face. She should be, if I share your LinkedIn URL in the chat so that they can connect with you. Your
Okay, I'll
connection
do
should
that.
start from now. Connect with her now. All right. So you'd see
Thank you,
what she
Aminatu.
means. She's not just saying them. Okay. Okay. So one thing that stood out for me was the fact that she mentioned that even though she's not in the cloud role, she's actually benefiting a lot from the role that she's currently in. Right. So please take that, put it here, and know that there are some positions that will come, but it wouldn't specifically say it is a cloud consultant, but the field or the skills that you've acquired would make you make good use of it when you apply for those jobs. Thank you very much, Juan. Please connect with her, okay? Connect to connect with her on LinkedIn. So we'll take our questions. So we'll go with Joel. Hi, Joel. Please ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. Thank you for this opportunity. Is there some couple of weeks now, or barely a month now, when I was interviewed, I have my live interview, and up to now on my portal, learning portal, I'm still having a pending application under review. So I want to find out what is the outcome.
I really didn't catch your question, but I think Maria did, so she should answer. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Joe. Yes, I catch the question, and it's actually a very good question. I think many of you might have the same one. So, if you didn't receive any rejection letter from Azubi Africa, that means that your application is still under review. We usually shortlist the applicants that are going to enroll in the program at the end of the recruiting process. This gives us enough time to evaluate everyone and choose the best candidates to be enrolled in the program for this cohort. So if you didn't get a rejection letter, that means that your application is still under review and you actually have a good chance to receive positive news in the upcoming weeks.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the
Eddie.
question.
Yes, Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Are you here?
Hi, can you hear
Yes,
me?
please ask your question.
Mine is a quick one. I'm Eddie from Kenya. I've joined you people from Kenya, and my question was, or is, am I able to join the program if I'm in Kenya? Because I've tried several times, and it's like it's only limited to the Ghanaians or something.
Okay,
I can
Maria.
also, yeah, I can also take that one. So if you're based in Kenya, you will not be eligible for this particular program, but please take a look at the link that I shared in the chat and fill in your preferences of a course and share your location, and we will reach you as soon as we have available program for you. We used to have programs that are available for Kenyan citizens in the past, and we will have in the future. So please fill in the form that I sent, and our team will reach you as soon as we have such a program open for Kenyan residents. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Lonely Max. Please, your question.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. Please go on. Okay, we can't hear you. It seems your network.
Hello.
Okay, nice. Hi. Okay, we can't hear you, Lonely.
Please.
Maybe move to the next person whilst you fix your network. Donald. Hi, Donald. Please ask your question.
Hi everyone, good evening from here. I'm Donald from Ghana. So I have a couple of questions. Please, I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. So first of all, you mentioned in the presentation that the technical sessions will run for 14 weeks and the placement sprint will be for week 12 to 20 weeks. I would like to ask that, is there a point where they will both be running concurrently, or they're going to happen separately?
Okay, I think this one, either Cyril or Esther should answer this. Cyril?
Sorry, Aminato, I think I can take it, but Donald, can you
Okay.
rephrase the question so I'm sure I understand you well?
Okay, please. You mentioned the technical session running for 14 weeks, and the placement sprint running for, I don't know if that's week 12 to week 20, or we are saying between 12 to 20 weeks. So is there any points they'll be happening concurrently, or they'll be happening separately?
I think I get your question now. So the placement sprints will start while you're still upskilling technically and while still you're in the program, but it's not going to be as intensive as after you complete the technical curriculum. So some of the activities will start before you finish with the technical curriculum, but the most intensive part will come after you finish with the technical curriculum. And the duration is between 12 and 20 weeks because some of you will find jobs way in the beginning of the placement sprint. Some of you will take a little bit longer to find jobs, and our goal is to support you until you find a job, not just until the sprint finish. That is why the duration is not exactly the same for everyone, but I can assure you, if you are proactive, if you take advantage of all of those services that are listed there, it's going to be less than 20 weeks for you. So I hope that answers your question. If you have anything, if you want me to elaborate or clarify anything, I will be happy to do that.
Yes, thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. So I would like to ask the second question, please. So I would like to ask if do you gain any professional certification on AWS by the end of the program?
Really?
Okay, so this question is definitely going to me. So for this phase, this cohort of the program, we're actually focusing more on giving you portfolio ready skills, and also giving you more hands-on skills as well as earning badges. These are things that you can actually take with you to interviews and you are able to display on your portfolio. However, for AWS certifications, that will not be available for this cohort.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Last question. I'm sorry if I'm asking too many, but this is the last one. Please, I would like to know if there will be any in-person practice session, or all the practice session and everything will be strictly online.
Okay, so this program is 100% remote.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your response.
Okay, thank you. Emmanuel Bila, please ask your question. Manuel?
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Okay. Sorry. I started my application, but I realized it's deactivated, and but I can see new programs available with the same AWS Cloud Intensive program available, and I'm a little confused as to why the one I was working on got deactivated.
Hi, Lonely.
Okay.
I think that might be a technical issue, actually. I will send an email in the chat. Can you please send us a screenshot of what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, so we can support you? But this sounds like a technical issue rather, or a
Okay.
glitch.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'll send the
Last.
email and we'll support you.
Okay. And my last question would be, I would like to ask how beginner friendly this course is, because I realized in the application process, the essay part was asking us to pick an AI tool or a cloud platform and a cloud tool and break down how it works and all of that. So I just wanted to understand how, because myself, I'm coming from a non-technical IT background. So
Okay, so we're asking those questions specifically because of that. We want to understand the level of technicality that you already have, if any. So the program is catering both to people who have no technical background and people who have some technical background. Like someone here earlier who had already gotten started on CCP. Right, so we have tracks that are catering to both people. So all I encourage you to do is to ensure that you're answering these questions honestly, so that you don't end up in the advanced track as a beginner, or you don't end up in the beginner track as an advanced person.
okay, that's a relief. Thanks a lot.
Okay, go Henry, please go on and ask your question. Lonely, I'll come back to you. I think your network is good now. Okay, so Lonely, please ask your question now.
Okay, hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. Can you
Good
hear me,
evening, we
please?
can hear you.
Okay. So I was asking, I'm doing this with a friend who I attended the same church we attend. He didn't get an invitation. Like after the process, I was sent a link to join, save a seat for this section. So he didn't get the chance to. He didn't get the link actually. So I wanted to know, is it part of the process, like application process, that he had filled the application or something? That's the first question. And with the second question, as I see a lot of people asking it in the group, like the interview section, the interview part. So after this section, is that the stage that we are going to get the interview section, or this is the live interview section that we are going to get? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Maria. Please kindly help us out here.
Yes, sure. I am just trying to understand because there are few possibilities. You go through different stages of the application process, and if you fail any of the stages, you will receive information that you have failed any of the stages. If you do not receive any update, that means that your application is either still under review, either you received invite for the interview, but it went to your spam folder. We have a lot of applicants that are facing the same issue. So please check your spam folder, and in case you still haven't received any interview invite and you're still not rejected on any of the stages, reach out to the email that I just shared and we will help you individually and see what the issue is.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
You're welcome.
George Akam, please ask your question. So we have 3 more people, then we'll be done for the day. George.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead and ask your
Can
question.
you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So my question is I already have a certification in cloud practitioner, so I want to know if there is another certification for maybe cloud architect solutions.
Okay, Esther.
Okay, so again, just to clarify, we are providing AWS badges. We are not providing certifications for this cohort.
Oh, so you mean the budget from Creditly?
From the AWS Skill Builder platform.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Emmanuel Kwame Ofori, Please ask your question.
Hello, good afternoon. I have 3 questions, but I think 2 has already been answered. And so my final question is, let's say if everything goes through and classes begins, what happens if someone misses a class? Would there be any session for people like that? Let's just see if some unavoidable circumstance happens. Would there be any sessions for people like that? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have recordings that we do share with those that miss the session. That is if you proactively ask for permission for
Okay.
absenting yourself from class. You have to
Okay.
ask for permission from your trainers. So
Okay.
you have to proactive. The word is being proactive here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So the next person is admin. Please ask your question. Then we have 2 people left. Okay, so I'll move to the next. David. Hi, David. Please ask your
Yeah.
question.
Hello, good evening to you all. I just wanted to quickly ask, maybe I missed this, but when is the program starting? Officially, when does classes begin? And for those of us who are waiting on, should I say, the acceptance letter or rejection, how long do we wait before we move along?
Okay, Maria, please go on and answer for us.
Sure. So the program will begin at the beginning of month May, and you will receive acceptance or rejections around 2 weeks before that. So you will receive acceptance or rejection letters next month in April.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, admin, are you still here with us or you've left us with your laptop?
Yes. I'm still
Yeah,
with
okay.
you.
Please ask your question.
Okay, so I want to find out what is the difference between the beginner level cohort and then the advanced level cohort, and are there any sort of advantages between these two? As in, maybe, I don't know, if you found yourself in the advanced level, you tend to complete the course content earlier or faster than the beginner level cohort. And also, I watched a live session of the previous cohort, I think 2 years ago. I wanted to ask, is that does this particular cohort follow the same course outline or the same course content as the previous one? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so for the advanced and the beginner track, both of them are set up to ensure that you as the individual are getting the most out of the program. From our previous cohorts, we realized that as much as we are trying to get people into the tech space, there are some people who already have some experience or have some knowledge in the technical areas. But because of how the program was structured, they weren't getting the most out of the program, as in we're already going over skills and concepts that they already had knowledge of. So to patch up that gap and to ensure that everyone is catered to, we set up the beginner track and then the advanced track. So as a beginner, you'll be taken through the foundations and also taken to the associate level, where we have an appropriate pace for you as well. And for the advanced track, we won't spend as much time on the foundations. We skim through concepts that we believe you would already have some knowledge about, and focus more on the associate level to ensure that you are leveraging on the skills that you already have before joining the program. Both tracks still get badges. They both still get portfolio projects, and they still get hands-on training as available. Now, for the second part of your question, our trainings consistently evolve. They evolve to meet industry standards and also evolve to meet what the market needs currently. So if you joined a session of ours from 2 years ago, that is definitely not the same thing that you'll be meeting today.
Okay, thank you very much, Esther. I think there's a question in the chat. Please, which AWS certification or track is this? For example, is it AWS CCP Solutions Architect, or kindly answer this for us, Esther, before we move to the next person.
Okay, so just to reiterate, we are not providing AWS certifications during this cohort. There will be no AWS certifications. However, this is modeled around the AWS Solutions Architect certification. So if in terms of track, that is what we're following. But again, we are not providing any AWS certification this cohort.
Okay, thank you very much. So Perry,
Yes.
sorry. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Please ask your question.
Yeah, my question has to do with the application session. Like, I followed through all the procedure. It's left with the live interview. I was trying to schedule the interview, but anytime I tried, I was told no one to correspond to me. So I don't know whether I still stand a chance to be qualified for the program, or that's just the end of the road for me. That's what I want to find out.
Maria, please help us here.
Sorry, please, can you repeat the question? Because it broke on my end, the connection.
The question is like clarification. I'm at the live interview session of the review process, but it was unfortunate I wasn't able to schedule for an live interview session. So I just want to inquire and see, is that the end of the road for me, or there is still a way ahead, the probability of being enrolled in the course?
Oh, okay. You mean that you got a booking invite to book a session, but you couldn't make it?
Yeah, the booking invite came, but anytime I tried to book, I was told no one is there to correspond to me at that moment.
Okay, can you please share with me your email address, and I will make sure we send you another booking invite.
Okay.
It's not the end of the road for you. We'll send you another booking invite.
All right. Thank you. So what medium should I send the email through here, or?
You can send it in the same email, applications.azubiafrica.
Okay. Thank
I'll
you.
share it again.
All right.
Okay, our last people, Donald and Dauda. So Donald, you go first, then Dauda.
All right, thank you very much. This is a follow-up question to admin's question about the advanced level and beginner level. So I'd like to ask, is that determined by the recruitment team? Is that determined by the team, or you can opt to start with a beginner level, or the other one, the advanced level?
So that is determined by your responses to the questions that we ask in your applications. That's why I encourage you to ensure that you're answering all those questions honestly, so you end up in the right place.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so our last person, Dauda, please ask your question.
Thank you very much. Please, can you hear me?
No, it's can you match the voice?
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, please.
Yes, some of us have already joined late due to some circumstances beyond our control. Is it possible we can have the recording after the session?
Yes, it's possible.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful.
You're welcome. So Emmanuel Billa, you are
Yeah,
up.
sorry, a quick one.
Yes.
You were saying, so based on the questions that we answer, is based on that one that will be placed either in the beginner or the experienced or the advanced course.
Yes.
Is there a particular score you're looking for to place us in either the beginner or the advanced?
Esther, please come in.
Each scenario is a bit different with not a particular score we are looking for. We do review your applications case by case. So yeah, I cannot answer that question directly for you.
No, okay. Thank you.
Okay, David,
Yes,
you're
thank you.
back again.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. I just wanted to find out quickly, during the program, we actually get a job, does that kind of rescind our application or our ability to continue? I hope my question is clear though.
I didn't catch that, but
So,
Maria, please, did you catch that?
I also didn't catch it. Sorry, can you
okay, so
try and repeat it?
sure.
There was a
I was
noise. If you're speaking, you're muted.
Yes. Oh, David, you are
Oh,
muted.
okay, so apologies. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes,
So
please.
I was asking if during the program, and I'm going to prefix this by saying that some of us have like already applied to jobs, right? So if during the program, if thankfully it works out, so to speak, and we do get a job, does that somehow cancel or make us ineligible to continue the program?
So the goal of the program is for you to find a job in the tech field, right? So if you do find a job while you're still in the course, it's good. Of course, you have to try and finish with your curriculum so you can get all of your badges, all of the knowledge you can get. But if you do get a job in the middle of the program, that wouldn't be a bad scenario.
Okay, thank you.
So I believe, Doda, you've asked your questions, right?
My last
Okay.
question.
Okay, last question.
Thank you very much
Please
for the
ask your
second.
last question.
Yes, so I just learned that the program are into two phases, the foundational and the associate. So, and an individual is going to be put based on the assessment you are going to make on the person, right? So I want to find out, let's say after the selection process, I've been kept in the associate phase, but deep down me, I think I will need the foundation, the foundational aspect or the foundation phase. I want to begin from there. Is it possible some form of concession to be made to that?
Of course, the situation.
Yeah, I'm here to kind of go ahead.
My boss, please go on. My boss should answer this.
No, no. I want you to finish and I'll add on to what you have to say.
Oh, okay. So far as you give us all the details that is needed, we'll not just say, okay, we are moving into that. But we would have to have a one-on-one session with you to understand in depth of what's really is making you think you'd want to have foundations. Since after the assessment, we already know that you can move into the advanced level. So my boss, please, Adam.
Yes, thank you, my first boss. So that's why, again, we're encouraging you to answer the questions honestly. So you don't end up in the beginner group whilst you're advanced, and you don't end up in the advanced group whilst you're a beginner. Answer the questions honestly. This is not an exam that we are going to punish you for getting a question wrong. Just answer honestly.
Sorry, please. I think the reason is, sorry, I didn't raise my hand, but I do want to prolong the session just quickly. But I think the reason why some of us are asking this question is because for the creativity check, it's a bit technical, and some of us have to do some extra research to put our presentation together. So I just hope that does not create the idea that, oh, you already have advanced knowledge. That's why I think some of these questions are coming up. I don't know if that makes sense.
All right, I do understand your concerns. However, again, we are reviewing your applications case by case, and the technical team is making the best decision based on what you have given us as well.
All right, thank you so much. Personally, I'm very excited for this program. So let's see how it goes. Thank you.
One last person, Samuel Potter. We are okay. Someone left. As I said, is the last person. So, and okay, we are good. Okay, thank you all. I think we've come to the end of our info session. We spent more time than we said we were going to because of the network issue, and then we had a lot of questions coming in. So we believe that we've been able to clear all your doubts, or we've answered all your questions. If you still have any question, please make sure to reach out with the email that has been sending you messages since you started your application, okay? So that we can help you sort it out. If you are having issues, any issue at all, we are here to guide you through the application. And it's great to have you all here. Thank you all for staying until this time. It's past time already. So thank you all for coming in. Thank you, my instructors and trainers, for joining also. So please do have a wonderful rest of your evening. We will be meeting via Teams, and if you are successful, we'll be meeting via trainings too. Thank you. Do have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys. On this note, I'm going to end the meeting. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Thank you for your time too.
Ademe. Hey, Cassie friends. Wow. Proud of myself. Okay, so I'm ending the meeting, guys. Bye.